If you have ever searched Cloud Engineer Roadmap 2026, chances are you have already came across dozens of videos, blogs, and learning paths. Some tell you to start with AWS, while others say learn Linux first. Some ask you to get certified, while others tell you certifications don't matter at all. Now, who should you listen to? The truth is, becoming a cloud engineer isn't difficult because there are too many technologies. It's difficult because most beginners learn them in the wrong order. They jump straight into cloud platforms without understanding fundamentals first, collect certifications without building projects, or try to learn AWS, Azure, and GCP all at once. And that is where the confusion begins. But in 2026, cloud engineering is no longer just about deploying virtual machines. Modern cloud engineers are expected to understand automation, containers, security, even the basics of how AI applications run on the cloud. The good news is you don't need to learn everything on day one. You just need to follow the right path. And that's exactly what we will do in this video. We will walk you through a complete cloud engineer roadmap for 2026, covering what to learn, when to learn it, and most importantly, why you're learning it. So, if you're a complete beginner and want a roadmap that can actually prepare you for real cloud engineering roles, this is it. So, let's get started. Step 1, Cloud Computing Fundamentals. Now, before you start learning AWS, Azure, or even GCP, you first need to understand the basics of cloud computing. Think of this as building the foundation of a house. If the foundation is strong, everything you learn later will make much more sense. So, start by learning what cloud computing is, why companies are moving to the cloud, and the different cloud models like infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service, and then private, public, and hybrid cloud. Along with that, understand the basics of how the internet works, including clients and servers, IP addresses, DNS, HTTP or HTTPS, and virtualization. These are the building blocks behind every cloud platform. Now, once you have understood these concepts, validate your fundamentals with an entry level certification like AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner, Microsoft Azure 900, or GCP Digital Leader. This will strengthen your foundation and make the rest of your cloud journey much more easier. Once you have completed this step, you are ready to move on to the core technical skills every cloud engineer should know. Step 2, Core Technical Skills. Now, one question I hear again and again from almost every beginner is, do I need to learn Linux or programming before learning cloud computing? The answer is yes, but not because cloud engineering is all about coding. The reason is simple. Cloud platforms are built on technologies like operating system, networking, and virtualization. So once you're familiar with these fundamentals, understanding cloud services becomes much more easier. So start with Linux because most of the cloud servers run on it. After that, learn how to navigate directories, manage files, install software, and read logs. Then move on to networking and understand concepts like IP addresses, DNS, subnets, ports, and firewalls. These are the concepts that help cloud resources communicate securely. Next, learn Git for the version control, basic Python for automation, and understand virtualization, which forms the foundation of cloud infrastructure. Now, you don't need to become an expert in these topics. Focus on understanding the fundamentals first, and once you're comfortable with them, learning any cloud platform will feel much more structured and intuitive. Now, coming to the step 3, that is choosing your cloud platform. Now that you have built the right foundation, here comes one of the biggest questions every beginner has. Which cloud platform should I learn? And this is where many beginners make a common mistake. They try to learn AWS, Azure, and GCP all at the same time. But what you need to do is, you don't need to learn all three to become a cloud engineer. Start with one platform and learn it really well. Because once you understand the core concepts, switching to another platform becomes much more easier because the fundamentals remain the same. And personally, I recommend starting with AWS as it's the most widely adopted cloud platform and offers a huge learning ecosystem, beginner friendly certification, and plenty of job opportunities. Start by learning core services like EC2 for compute, S3 for storage, VPC for networking, IAM for identity and access management, and CloudWatch for monitoring. These services will help you understand how cloud applications are deployed, managed, secure, and monitored. And now, once you're comfortable with AWS, exploring other platforms becomes much more easier, as we said earlier as well. Next, we have is Microsoft Azure. It's also one of the most popular choice for enterprise organizations, especially those already using Microsoft technologies. Azure is also widely adopted for hybrid cloud environments, making it a valuable platform for enterprise cloud roles. And finally, there's GCP or Google Cloud Platform. So, if you're interested in data engineering, machine learning, or AI, GCP is an excellent choice with services like BigQuery and Vertex AI, designed specially for modern data and AI workloads. And remember, companies hire cloud engineers for their understanding of cloud concepts, not because they know all of the three cloud platforms. So, the tact is master one first and go really deep into that, and then expand your skills as your career grows. Coming to the step 4, that is building real world projects. Now that you're comfortable with a cloud platform, it's time to start building with it. This is the step where you stop being someone who's learning cloud and start thinking like a real cloud engineer. So begin with simple projects like deploy a static website using cloud storage, launch a virtual machine, host a basic web application, and as you gain the confidence, move on to some advanced projects like 3-tier application deployment, a serverless application, or the cloud resume challenge, which is quite popular in cloud community. Now these projects will teach you how different cloud services work together in the real world environment. But remember, while building these projects, you will naturally work with services like compute storage, networking, databases, and identity and access management, plus monitoring. That's why projects are so important. They help you to understand when and why each service is used instead of just learning them in isolation. And yeah, don't worry about building complex architectures from day one. Start small, make mistakes, fix them, and gradually increase the complexity of your projects. So, by the time you complete these projects, you will start thinking less like a learner and more like a cloud engineer who knows how to solve real problems, and that's exactly what employees look for. Now, coming to the step 5, that is learn cloud automation and DevOps. Once you're comfortable building and deploying applications, the next natural step that comes is learning how to automate those deployments. Because in the real world scenarios, cloud engineers don't configure everything manually. They automate repetitive tasks to make deployments much more faster, more reliable, and easier to manage. So start by learning Docker to package applications, then understand the basics of Kubernetes for managing containers, and after that, learn Terraform to provision cloud infrastructure using code instead of just manually creating resources from scratch. And finally, get familiar with the CI CD using tools like GitHub Actions or Jenkins. So you understand how code moves from repository to production environment automatically. Because in 2026, this is the point where your profile starts standing out from the most beginners. As organizations adopt cloud native applications and AI powered solutions, the demand for engineers who can automate deployments, manage scalable infrastructure, and deliver software quickly continues to grow. Thus, understanding automation doesn't just make you better cloud engineer, it prepares you for the modern cloud DevOps as well as platform engineering roles. Now coming to the step 6, get familiar with AI in the cloud. Because one thing that's changing cloud engineering in 2026 is the rapid adoption of AI. Today businesses are moving their applications to the cloud, but they are also building AI powered products and services. As a result, cloud engineers are increasingly working alongside AI applications. But the good news is you don't need to become machine learning engineer or even build AI models from scratch. Instead, focus on understanding how cloud platforms provide managed AI services, how applications connect to AI APIs, and how AI workloads are deployed and managed in the cloud. And once you're comfortable with the fundamentals, explore AI services offered by your cloud platform, like for example, Amazon Bedrock on AWS, Azure AI Foundry on Microsoft Azure, or Vertex AI on the GCP. Now, this basic understanding is enough to help you work with modern cloud applications and prepare for the next generation of cloud engineering roles. Because, as you know, AI is becoming a part of cloud engineering, not a replacement for it. That is why learning how they work together today will give you an advantage as the industry continues to evolve. Because eventually, AI and cloud will go hand in hand. Now, coming to the step 7, certifications and building the portfolio that actually creates an impact. Now that you have built the right skills, completed hands on projects, it's time to prepare you for the real job opportunities. So start by validating your knowledge with industry recognized certifications. As if you're following AWS, begin with AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner and then gradually move on to AWS Certified Cloud Solutions Architect Associate, which is one of the most recognized certifications for aspiring cloud engineers in AWS. While if you've chosen Microsoft Azure, start with AZ900 Azure Fundamentals, followed by AZ104 Azure Administrator Associate. And if you're learning Google Cloud, begin with the Cloud Digital Leader by GCP, before progressing to the Associate Cloud Engineer certification provided by Google Cloud. And once you have earned your certifications, start showcasing your work, upload your projects on GitHub, document what you built, the cloud services you have used, and the problems you have actually solved. After that, create a strong LinkedIn profile, share your learning journey online, and strengthen your resume with your project certification and hands on experience. And finally, prepare for interviews by revising cloud fundamentals, practicing troubleshooting scenarios, and learning to explain the architecture behind your projects. Also, it's very important that you keep in mind certifications validate your knowledge, but it's your project's practical skills as well as the problem solving ability that truly sets you apart and get you the role. So that's the complete cloud engineer roadmap for 2026. Start with the cloud fundamentals, build your core technical skills, choose one cloud platform to master, work on the real world projects, learn cloud automation and DevOps, and then get familiar with the AI in the cloud, and finally validate your skills with certifications while building strong portfolio with strong projects. Stay consistent, keep building, and by the time you complete this roadmap, you won't just have certifications or projects. You will have the skills, experience, and the confidence to start your career as a cloud engineer. Now, comment in the cloud platform you want to start your journey with, and we will send you the detailed roadmap for the same. Thank you and see you in the next video.